Hey, what's up, UYWI family? My name is Adrian Greer out of Azusa, California, and I'm here to spend these next few moments with you to consider the importance of cultivating an environment for young people to belong and how we can move the environments, the organizations, and the programs that we oversee in that direction. This topic is near and dear to my heart as I oversee an organization called MYTHIRDPLACE, and we do just this. A sociologist by the name of Ray Oldenburg first coined the term of a third place. He wrote a book, and in it, he describes that we each live in three distinct spaces in our lives. Our first is home, and our second is school and work, depending upon our age and stage in life. But he argues that there's a third place that we live in, and that's where we go to express the person that we are and explore the person that we're becoming. And I believe that we as youth workers often work with these young people in these third place environments in our respective ministries. And so I want us to take a few moments to explore a cultural case study of none other than Fortnite. Now, when I say Fortnite, there's going to be some of you who are big fans and who love it and play it yourselves. And there's going to be others of you who can't stand it. And I'm not here to convince you one way or the other. But one thing that we can't argue is that Fortnite is doing something right to grab the attention and engage and invite young people to belong in a community across the world. And so we'll briefly look at what is Fortnite doing well? Where is it lacking? And also, what can you as a youth worker do in light of all this to create an environment where young people can belong in your communities? So let's look at 4 things that Fortnite does well. First of all, Fortnite levels the playing field. Everybody hops out of an airplane with a pickaxe. Everybody starts at the exact same place. So it doesn't matter where you come from or what you look like. You could be black, white, rich, poor, and there's equity across the board. Everyone starts at the same place, and when you hit the ground, you go from there. Also, each time you go back in, you start with a clean slate. That means regardless of whatever mistakes you've made, you could have completely blown it the last time you were playing, but when you go back in, you start fresh. Can each of us say the same thing about those environments that we oversee? That the young people that attend them have that same freedom and flexibility to make mistakes, but to fall forward. Another thing that Fortnite does well is their focus and emphasis on expression. While it doesn't cost a penny to play the game, money is spent, millions of dollars are spent collectively around the world on how exactly your avatar is going to look. The outfit, the pickaxe, the appearance, the aesthetics are put front and center, and young people have the opportunity to express themselves by the way their avatar looks. And so they take great pride in their expression. And Fortnite invites them to shape the aesthetics of the environment. And in essence, the environment would not be the same without them. Can we say the same thing about those environments that we oversee? Is there room in your environment for young people to express themselves? Are they taken into consideration and or at the table when decisions are being made about branding? Are they given opportunities to make investments and take pride in these environments? Third, they're connected to a larger community. Young people can go into their rooms, close the door, and by playing Fortnite, they're connected to people all around the world. For a young person who feels isolated and feels alone, it may be therapeutic for them to finally find a place where they belong and where their skills and talents are valued. Is the same true for young people in those spaces where you engage them? Lastly, young people are able to set goals, incentivized to achieve them, and recognized when they do. Young people are motivated to make progress and take steps forward. For a young person that feels inadequate and incapable of success, this can literally be the difference between life and death at times. Do you recognize, honor, and set apart the young people that you lead? Because Fortnite does. And this is great and all. This is what Fortnite does well, but there are some things that Fortnite does not do very well. First, they may level the playing field and they may create opportunities for expression, but it's literally a video game. It's literally a facade. You have young people that feel and sense that it's a safe place to express and be themselves. But is it really? They're able to put on a mask and they're able to go out there and pretend to be this person. But do we create those environments for these young people to come and actually be their true authentic selves? How do we stand in the gap to ensure that the playing field is level and that space is created for these young people to express their God-given creativity and identity in an actual, real, safe environment where they can be loved and shepherded along the way? Also, through Fortnite, they find community connection, but that community has no real purpose outside of itself. The work you do is decidedly different, with dashes of salt and rays of light. They are called higher, and they are called into a family with a purpose much greater than these vain pursuits. And third, they may find opportunities to set and achieve goals, but again, it's a video game, and it doesn't do much to move forward their lives or the lives of those around them. You have the ability to work with the young people that you serve, to take inventory of their lives, set goals, strategize on how to achieve those goals, walk with them through the process, and celebrate at each step of the way. I want to leave you with 3 final opportunities you uniquely have to cultivate this environment of belonging in your community. First, set the cultural tone. Be watchful, because the young people that you serve, they're watching you, and they're watching the behavior that you model. How do you behave towards a new young person when they first enter your doors? And how are you cultivating interaction and involvement among the groups that already exist when there's a new person that comes in? Second, know them. Know them well and know them deeply. Know them deeply enough to be able to pray for them by name, and then actually pray for them by name. Depending upon the size of your ministry, that might prove to be increasingly difficult. But how do you make sure that at scale, those processes and those structures are in place to make sure that each young person that comes through your doors have an opportunity to be known, to be loved, and to be prayed for? Finally, explore and engage your own dysfunctions. We all have them. Be healthy and provide an alternative, healthy community for young people to belong to. I've seen communities where young people belong damaged due to leaders who have not taken the time to explore and engage that brokenness within them to find healing in order to present that healthy alternative. And so I pray for the kingdom outposts that are out there, for the third places, whether they be after school programs, youth programs, and other organizations, that young people not only find places where they can belong, but where they also have opportunities to experience abundant life and experience love far more deeply than they ever imagined possible.